glass slipper. Once upon a time, there was a gentleman who married for his second wife and produced the most healing woman ever seen. She had two daughters with her own, who were indeed exactly like her in all things. The gentleman had also a young daughter of real goodness and sweetness of temper, which she took from her mother, who was the best creature in the world. The wedding was scarcely over, and when the stepmother's bad temper began to show itself, she could not bear the goodness of her young daughter because it made her own daughters appear the more odious. The stepmother gave her the meanest work in the house to do. She had to scrub the dishes, tables, like that, and to scrub the floors and clean out the bedrooms. The poor girl had to sleep in the grass upon the witch's squirrel bed, where her sister lay in 5 rooms with inlaid floors. Upon the beds of very used fashion and where she had looking glasses so large that they might see themselves in their full length. The poor girl bore all patiently and dared not complain to her father, who would have scolded her if she had done so. For his wife governed him entirely. When she had done her work, she used to go to the chimney corner and sit down among the cinders. Hence her was called Cinderella. The younger sister of 2, who was not so rude and uncivil as the elder, called her Cinderella. However, Cinderella, in spite of her mean appearance, was 100 times more handsome than her sisters, though they were always richly dressed. It appears that King's son gave a ball and invited all the persons of fashion. Our young misses were also invited, and they cut their very grand figure among the people of the countryside. They were highly delighted with the invitation and wonderfully busy in choosing their gowns, petticoats, and headdresses, which might best become them. This made Cinderella's lot still harder, for she was ironing her sister's land and plaited their rivers. They talked all day long of nothing but how they should be dressed. For my part, says the older, I will wear my red feather suit with French chains. And I, says the younger, should wear my unusual suit, but then to make amounts for that I will put on my gold florid mitre and my diamond scourge, which is far from being the most ordinary ones in the world. She sent for the best hairdressers, and they could get the makeup their hand in fashionable style and bought purchase for their checks. Cinderella was consulted in all these matters, for her had good taste. She advised them to wear the best and even offered her service to dress their hair, which they were very willing she should do. As she was doing this, they said to her, Cinderella, would you not be glad to go to the ball? Young ladies, she said, you only jeer at me. It is not for such as I am to go there. You're right, they replied. People would laugh to see a Cinderella as well. Anyone but Cinderella would have dressed their hair array. But she was good-natured and arranged it perfectly well. They were almost 2 days without eating, so much were the transported with joy. They broke about a dozen laces in trying to lay themselves tight, and they might have a fine slender shape, and they were continually at their looking glass. At last, the happy day came. She went to court, and Cinderella followed them with her eyes as long as she could. And when she had lost sight of them, she fell a cry. Her godmother, who saw her all in tears, asked her what was the matter. I wish I could, but she could not finish for sobbing. Her godmother, who was very, said to her, "You wish you could go to the ball, isn't it? Not so? Wonderful." Alice, yes, said Cinderella, sighing. Well, said her godmother, be but a good girl. I will see that you go. Then she took her into the chamber and said to her, "Run to the garden and bring me a pumpkin." Cinderella went to the run at once, gathered the finest she could get, and brought it to her godmother, not being able to imagine how this pumpkin could help her go to the ball. Her godmother scooped out all the inside of it, leaving nothing but the ring, and then she struck it to her wing, and the pumpkin was instantly turned into a fine golden coach. She then went to look into the mouse trap, where she found 6 mice, all alive. She ordered Cinderella to lift the trapdoor. When giving each mouse, it went out. A little tap with her wing. It was that moment turned into a fine horse. And 6 mice made a fine set of 6 horses of a beautiful mouse color, dapper gray. Being at the last of the coachman, Cinderella said, "I will go and see if there is not a rat in the rat trap. She may make a coachman of him." "You're right," replied her godmother. "Go and look." Cinderella brought her rat trap to her, and in it there were 3 huge rats. The fairy chose the one which had the largest beard, and having touched him with her wand, when he was turned into a fat coachman and the finest mansion and whiskers ever seen. After that, she said to her, "Go into the garden and you will find 6 lizards behind the watering pot. Bring them to me." He had not sooner done so than her godmother turned them into 6 footmen, who skipped up immediately behind the coach with their liveries, all trimmed with gold and silver, and they hewed on if they had done nothing else but their whole life. The fairy then says to Cinderella, "Well, you see all the carriages fit to go to the ball inn. Are you not pleased with it?" "Oh yes," she cried. "But must I go as I am in these rags?" Her godmother simply touched her with her wand, and at the same moment her clothes was turned into a clothes of gold and silver. All with jewelries. This John, she gave her a pair of the prettiest glass slipper in the whole world, being thus attracted. She got into the courage, her godmother committing her above all things, not to stay until after midnight, and telling her at the same time, if she stayed 1 minute longer, 1 moment longer, the coach would be a pumpkin again, her horses mice, her coachman a rat, her footman lizard, and her clothes will become just as they were before. She promised her godmother she would not fail to leave the ball until before midnight. She drove away, scarable to contain herself for joy. The king's son, who was told that a great prince whom nobody knew would come, ran out and received her. He gave her his hands as she alighted from the coach, and led her into the hall where the company was assembled. There was at once profound silence. Everyone left off dancing and violent cosplay. So, how beautiful she is. How beautiful she is. What? The king himself, old as he was, could not keep his eyes off her. He told the queen under his breath and that it was a long time since he had seen so beautiful and a lovely creature. All the ladies were busy studying their clothes and headdress, so that they might have theirs made next day after the same pattern, provided they could meet with such fine measures and able hands to make them. The king's son conduced her to the seat of honor, and afterwards took her out to dance with him. She danced so very gracefully, and we all admired her more and more. A fine clothing was served, but the young prince ate not a morsel, so intently was he occupied with her. She went and sat down beside her sisters, showing them 1,000 silvers and giving them among their things part of oranges and a sentence with which the prince had regaled her. This very much surprised them, for they had not been presented to her. Cinderella heard the clock striking a quarter to 12. She at once made her adieux to the company and hastened away as fast as she could. As soon as she got home, she ran to find her godmother, and after having thanked her, she said she much wished she might go to the ball the next day, because the king's son had asked her to do so. As she was eagerly telling her godmother all that happened in the ball, her two sisters knocked at the door. Cinderella opened it. "How long you have stayed?" said she, yawning, rubbing her eyes and scratching herself as if she had been just awkward. She had not, however, had any desire to sleep since they went from home. If you had been at the ball, says one of the sisters, you would not have been tried with it. There came thither the finest princess, and the most beautiful ever was seen with meadow eyes. She showed us 1,000 silvers and gave us oranges and serious. Cinderella did not show any pleasure at this. Indeed, she asked them the name of the princess, but as he told her they did not know it, and that the king's son was very much concerned and would give all the world to know who she was. And Cinderella, smiling, replied, "Was she so much beautiful? So very beautiful. How fortunate you have been. Could I not see her? Ah, dear Miss Charlotte, do lend me your yellow suit of clothes which you wear every day." To be sure, cried Mr. Charlotte. Lend my clothes to such a dirty sandwich as thou art. I should be out of my mind to do so. Cinderella indeed expected such an answer and was very glad of refusal. For she would have been sadly troubled if her sister had lent her what she justly asked for. The next day, our two sisters went to the ball, and so did Cinderella, but dressed more magnificently than before. The king's son was always by her side, and her pretty speeches to her never kissed. This by not mean annoying the young lady. Indeed, she quite forgot her grandmother's order to her, so that she heard the clock begin to strike 12 when she thought it would not be more than 11. She then rose up and fled as nimble as a deer. The prince followed but could not overtake her. She left behind one of the glass slippers, which the prince took up most carefully. She got home, but quite out of breath with her carriage and in her old clothes, having nothing left but of all her fairy but one of the little slippers, followed to one she had dropped. The guards at the palace gate were asked if they had not seen a princess go out, and they had replied they had seen nobody go out but a young girl, very meanly dressed, and who had more the air of a poor country girl than of a young lady. When the two sisters returned from the ball, Cinderella asked them if they had heard. If they had a pleasant time and if the fine lady had been there. They told her yes, but that she hurried away the moment it struck 12, and was so much haste so she dropped one of her little glass slippers and apprenticed in the world which the king's son had taken up. He said further that he had done nothing but look at her all the time, and that most certainly she was very much in love with the beautiful owner of the glass slipper. What he said was true. For a few days after the king's caused to be proclaimed by son of tempest that he would marry her whose foot his slipper would fix exactly. They began to try it on the princess, then on the dishes, then on all the ladies of the court, but in vain. It was brought to the two sisters, who did all the possibly could to threw their feet into the slipper, but they could not succeed. Cinderella, who saw this and knew her slipper, said to them, laughing, "Let me see if it will not fit me." Her sisters brought it out, laughing, and began to banter her. The gentleman who was sent to try the slipper looked earnestly at Cinderella, and finding her very handsome, said it was but just that she should try, and that he had orders to let every lady try on. He obliged Cinderella to sit down and putting their slippers on her little foot. He found it went on very easily and fitted her as it was as if it had been made of wax. The astonishment of her two sisters was great, but it was still greater when Cinderella pulled out her pocket and other slipper and put it on her foot. Thereupon in came her godmother, who having touched Cinderella's clothes with her wand, made them more magnificent than those she had worn before. And now her two sisters found her to be the beautiful lady as they had seen at the ball. They threw themselves at her foot and begged pardon for their ill treatment to her. Cinderella took them up, and as she embraced them, said that she forgave them with all her heart, and begged them to love her always. She was conduced to the young prince, dressed as she was. He thought her more charming than ever, and a few days later after married her. Cinderella, who was as good as she was beautiful, gave her two sisters a home in the palace, and that very same day married them to two good lords of the court.